Right, landscape artist plans to plant flowers within two concentric circles around a vertical light pole PQ. Right, so here is P and there is Q there. Right, R is a point on the inner circle. Right, it's a point on the inner circle and S is a point on the outer circle. R, Q, and S lie in the same horizontal plane. RS is a pipe used for the irrigation system in the garden. The radius of the inner circle is R units and the radius of the outer circle is actually QS. The angle of elevation of S to P is 30 degrees. RQS is 2x. And PQ is the square root of 3R. Show that QS is that one. Right, so let's continue with this. So now, what is the answer to this? Right, we are looking at 7.1. Right, so to find QS, we need to work in which triangle? Right, we need to work in triangle QPS. This is 90 degrees. This one is 30 degrees. And so we can say the tangent. The tangent of 30 degrees is the square root of 3R. Right, opposite over adjacent. Which means QS square root of 3R over the tan of 30 degrees. So this is the square root of 3 R divided by 1 over the square root of 3. Because the tan of 30 is 1 over the square root of 3, and if the result is 3R. So obviously the conclusion therefore is that the QS that is desired is 3R, and therefore we are down with 7.1. The next question we're going to solve is 7.2. Determine in terms of R the area of the flower garden. Right, here is the flower garden. The region between the concentric circles. Concentric circles are those circles with a common geometric center. So the area of flower garden is pi into 3R squared minus pi R squared. So here is R and here is 3R for the QS. So we take the outer area minus the inner area. And therefore this is exactly 9 pi R squared minus pi R squared. The result is 8 pi R squared. 7.3. Right, so we need to show RS is that one. So in triangle RSQ, which means RS is actually the same as RS squared is RQ squared plus QS squared minus 2RQ QS cosine 2x, which means RS squared is equal to RQ, which is R squared QS is 3R squared minus 2 into R, 3R cosine double X. Adding everything here is going to give us r squared plus 9r squared minus 6r squared cosine 2x minus 6r squared cosine 2x. So r squared is a common. You can pull out r squared as a common factor here, leaving us with 10 minus 6 within the parentheses, and therefore this is cosine 2x, and this is rs squared. And therefore, as a consequence, what we're getting is that we have rs, which equals, we take the square root of both sides, it's r into 10 minus 6 cosine 2x. Right, so that is rs. It's exactly that one in 7.3. Right, if r is in 7.4 now, if r is 10 meters and x is 56, calculate rs for 2 marks. So the 7.4 can be done with ease. We can even do it here. So which means rs is the same as we take the formula straight from the previous question and we just perform a substitution. Okay. So which means in the place of r, you put 10. You have the square root here of 10 minus 6. Okay, we're using this formula. Then we have the cosine of double 56 degrees. And therefore, the result is what here? Right, you can write it as 34.9966. So therefore, RS is 35 meters. Okay, approximately 35 meters. And we are done. Okay, so thanks everyone. And a very goodbye to you.